Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, this is Stephanie Ann Hare. Welcome to my show, Girls Gone Vegan with Stephanie Ann Hare. How are you doing today? It is January 2020. We're moving through the first part of the decade of 2020. I hope life is going good for you. I'm so happy to have my show and be bringing great food and have my hand in some great food because it's really what I love and what really fires me up. And as you know, I am an empowerment mindset coach that also specializes in manifesting at Planet Gratitude Clarity Coaching. And definitely part of becoming your best self ever is to take good care of yourself and eat really healthy. So that's why I'm trying to teach you how to eat some really delicious food using fresh vegetables. It's a really great way to eat, and of course it's not about that you have to be vegan. You can actually add these as side dishes. You can substitute them a couple days a week. You can substitute these meals instead of your usual animal products, or you can even add stuff to them. Don't tell me about it, but you can. But I just really want to teach you some really great recipes using plant-based products. So today I'm making veggie spinach wraps with hummus and tomato and avocado and fresh super greens and a pasta salad. So right now I've already got my water boiling over here and I'm going to get started and get these tricolor, I really love these, tricolor rotini. Very pretty. Great for pasta salad. So the water's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and get that in and give it just a little bit of stir and just let that go. So we will start getting our things assembled for the pasta salad. And then the wraps are going to be really easy to make, and it's really great, nice lunch, dinner, whatever. It's really great, really easy, and really tasty and flavorful. So let's get our veggies over here. We've got some nice fresh veggies. We've got beautiful, starting off with, we're going to use a whole head of celery. We're going to slice it, chop it, I should say. Kind of not super fine mince, but a medium mince on the celery. And that's going to be great. I like to find a celery that has a lot of leaves in it. It gives it really great flavor and adds flavor as well as visually looks beautiful. So I'm just medium chopping the celery to begin with, going through, running my knife all the way through it. And then we will go through it again. So use that dish for that. So then I'm going to go the other way across in it. If you can see this, I hope you can see it. So then I'm just going to go across and kind of chop it. I've cut it, sliced it, and now I'm going to go across and just go the other way with my knife and chop it up into a medium coarse type of chop. Because we want the celery, it's okay. You don't need to have it in big giant pieces though. So the ingredients for this, for the pasta salad, is 1 head of celery, 4 delicious carrots, and we're going to chop those medium, 2 stalks of broccoli, and a beautiful red pepper, fresh red pepper, and a purple onion. So that's going to be the basis of our pasta salad, and then we're going to make a vinaigrette, oil and vinegar dressing with some Italian seasoning. It's going to be yummy, and it gets better. The more you chill it, the better it gets. So you can eat it right away if you want, or as a lot of pasta dishes do, they get better as they age. So as they sop up all the flavors, and also as this pasta salad sits and settles in the fridge, sometimes it soaks up all your balsalmic and your olive oil. So sometimes just to freshen it up before you serve it, add a little bit more of each, or more vinegar or more oil, whatever you want to, but just to get it where it's not just super dry. And that's a nice thing to know, because it really, the pasta really sops up all the liquid. So you really want to start out first adding a lot of oil and vinegar to it. Okay, so I've got a really big bowl here, and I'm going to just go ahead and get my celery in it. And I can hear my pasta over there cooking. This is one of my favorite salads. I used to serve this in my restaurant, and very delicious, very delicious. Okay, very popular, and like I say, it just got better, and you serve it with a sandwich or something on the side, and wonderful. Let's go to the broccoli now. So the broccoli, let's just cut it right down the middle like that. Right down the middle again. We're going to use the stalk and everything. The stalk is very tasty. So many times people just cut the stalk off and they just get rid of it, but you don't need to. It's really good. Just cut it into small bite-sized pieces so that it's not in big chunks, but it's actually a very flavorful part of the broccoli, and it's very usable and very good for you, just as broccoli we know is a very good vegetable. So again, I went sideways with it. Now I'm going to go back and give it a rough chop, kind of medium, but paying attention to the stalk to get the stalk more into small pieces. But I prefer to have the actual florets bigger. The broccoli florets, I prefer to have them in nice pieces, so I don't want to just chop them up too much, but I want to get the stalk nicely done. So I'm going to kind of separate here so that I'm not keep packing on the broccoli flowers. And just go ahead and get this smaller. This is one of my favorite salads. It's so satisfying, really good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and throw that in. Let's give the old pasta a stir, make sure nothing's sticking. Looking good here. Yeah, that's looking good. In about 1 box of the pasta, which is, what is it? What size is it? Well, it's about a pound. It's about a pound of pasta. I don't know why I'm blind. I can't see it right now. So again, keep the flowers in place, and I'm going to cut the broccoli stalk into small little minced up pieces, not super fine, but minced up pretty good. This is a great way to make this. It's really wonderful, and like I say, you can chill it. You can use it for parties, you can use it for potlucks, you can picnics, or just have it in the fridge ready to dish up on the side. It's really so good, really, really good. And there's nothing bad in here for you. It's not a heavy, animal-based recipe. So again, it's really good for you. It's a great way to get a lot of delicious vegetables. So again, I'm going to cut those flowers off, pull a little of the broccoli stalk leaf off, strip it down here, and here I go. Takes the longest is to cut the stem into the small little bits, but that's okay because today this is a very fast meal. The hardest part is to chop all these vegetables, and I prefer to chop them by hand instead of using a food processor. I just like that better. If I want things to be super minced up, I use a processor. Otherwise, I do it by hand. I prefer it that way, and I really like the fact that I like chopping things up. I like chopping things up. I've had my own restaurant where I had to make a lot of stuff and I had to cook a lot. And then I kind of got burnt out on the prep and on the cooking part and doing everything. But now it's been years since I've had my restaurant, so I really enjoy the actual process of cooking and chopping and doing everything myself. It's really nice for me. So again, keep the flowers in nice big portions. Now let's go to the carrots. Carrots, same thing. Carrots, we want them a little bit bigger, but so I'm cutting them in half and then in strips. And you can see right here, and then I'm just going to dice them into little bite-sized pieces. They can be a little bit bigger. You want to know you're eating some carrot. So again, just chop them a little bit, but it doesn't have to be finely minced. Nope. We want to know that we've got carrot in there. So this is just diced carrots. So there's one. We've got 4. So again, I just chop the carrot in half, slice it in half again, Slice it in half again, and then split it down the middle of the half portion, like that. Then I just go ahead and run my knife across, and it's in nice little bite-sized pieces that I'm just going to run my knife through and make a little bit smaller. Now I go the other way and make it into a little bit smaller chunks. It's diced, kind of medium dice on the carrot. Go through it again. It's such good exercise for your arms too, to do all this chopping and dicing. It's a really great thing to do. So I hope everybody's having a great year so far. I hope you're starting out, you know, with a nice 2020, not laying too many resolutions on yourself or too many goals, because that can be overwhelming. Just enjoying the time and the new year, and this time of year. It's a beautiful time of year. I'm in California, of course. This is such a great climate. You know, it's so beautiful. It's almost springtime some days, and then as the sun goes down, it gets a little bit cooler. And here in Discovery Bay, I mean, it can be absolute gorgeous. Last week, it was like really warm outside on the Monday. It was beautiful and spring-like, and then the next day it was cold. So you get a little bit of everything, but it's nothing too extreme. So wherever you're at, I would love you to share your recipes with me. I love to learn new things. That's how you branch out. I'd love to share recipes from other people. So please, if you've got some great vegan recipes, I can't talk, please share them with me, and I'll make them. Share the recipe and I'll make them sometime. It'd be great. The cool thing is my son for Christmas bought me this huge book on vegan cooking, and so far, because I've been cooking long enough, I've been making enough vegan food that I am able, so far, that I haven't had to use a cookbook yet, that I've just still been using all the recipes that I make all the time. So that's really cool. But it's always fun to learn new things. Oh, I know what I want to, and maybe I'll do it next week. We go to this place called Burma Superstar. It's Burmese food in San Francisco. Delicious, delicious food. And they do have their recipes online, and one of our favorite dishes is sesame tofu. It's like an orange sauce. And that's what I think maybe I will make for you next week, because I know I can get that recipe online, and this is going to be great. So it's one of these delicious recipes. So that will be something we will look forward to in the future. So right now I'm taking my beautiful red pepper, slicing it thin strips, and then I'm just going to cut it like into about thirds. It's not going to be diced up super small. I want these to be in bigger pieces. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Let me stir these pasta again. See how they're doing. Oh, they're coming along nicely, beautifully. Okay, and let's get the purple onion. Get purple onion here. I love purple onions. Purple's my favorite color. It's a power color. Also, it's just a beautiful, beautiful looking food. And then, you know, the more colorful foods are, the better they are for you. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing? I'm making some pasta salad right now, and then I'm going to make a veggie wrap. So what I do is I cut off part of the onion to make legs so that I can hold it here. Then I cut it in half, and then I just take my knife and make little small strips. Again, this is going to be a medium chop, and then I go right down the middle and then cut it into little diced up bits, and then I'm going to run my knife through it again, so that it is in small, bite-sized pieces. But when you cut off at one side like that and gives it legs, it gives you a solid foundation to where it's not slipping all over the place and you trying to slice it. It gives you solid foundation to cut it up. So this pasta salad I served in my last three restaurants on the San Mateo coast. I had Gazzo's Grill, and then I had 7th Street Montera, and I had Stephanie's Ocean View Restaurant in the early 2005 to 2010, something like that. 2005 to 2010, maybe a little longer, 2013. Anyway, I had 3 restaurants, and so I was able to use this recipe in my restaurant, and this pasta salad was definitely a staple. Uh-oh, the onions are getting to me. My eyes are starting to water. I know, I see quite a storm in Brookings today, and this week, I know. But you know what? I love storms too, especially if I don't have to get out and drive in them. So I'm looking forward to seeing all those because I like the weather no matter which way. I lived on the coast side here for over about 10 years, and I liked all the weather. Of course, I really love a beautiful sunny day, of course. But storms on the ocean are really exciting. Of course, they're very dangerous and very powerful, so you don't want to get really close to the water. But it's really, you can still get out and walk around and, you know, from afar enjoy it because it's very powerful. And, but you always have to remember how dangerous it is. So you don't go climbing around on rocks and stuff and getting too close to the water by the waves at this point. Look at it from a distance. I can just look at it and it makes me feel good, and it actually raises your vibration just to be around it. Okay, so we're doing good here. So let's stir all this up, this beautiful mix. So I have carrot, red onion, broccoli, red pepper, and purple onion, and celery in this. Beautiful mix, beautiful mix. Okay, and my eyes are burning. Okay, and let's see. Oh, my basil, where'd it go? Here it is. We're also going to add, I've got some beautiful fresh basil. We're just going to kind of roll it up. We want it to be fairly big, so we kind of roll it up and just going to cut it in bigger bites because we don't want it minced up. We want it actually a nice bits. So I'm going sideways first, and then again I will go the other way, and then that's going to be good enough. We're going to go ahead and mix that all in. Okay, so let's mix that up, and then like I said, we are going to be using vinegar and oil base. Let's see how this pasta is doing. Pasta is done, so we're going to take this out and rinse it. I love it. I have the colander that fits into my pot, so I don't have to be messing with it. I just take it out. And I'm going to rinse it off because we're going to want it to get cold. My glasses are fogging up. Always love that. Always love the fogging up glasses. So I'm just going to go ahead and put cold water on it. And that is going to be great. Okay, so then we're going to start getting ready for the wraps. And the wrap's going to be super simple. I'm going to use my beautiful spinach tortilla, or spinach wrap. It's not really a tortilla, but of course you can make delicious burritos with these. They have tomato and all kinds of different kinds. I like the green ones, but they're all good. All of them are good. So I'm going to take a couple out for the wrap. And okay, so let's get all the water out of this and give it a good. I love this pot. I picked this pot up somewhere, I'm not sure where, but I love it. So I'm gonna let that drain for a minute. Now, so what we're gonna do is, for our wraps, we are gonna top them with hummus. So I'm gonna slice some tomato first. Very thin slices, very thin slices. You don't want anything too bulky here in this wrap. Just very thin slices of tomato. Okay, so I've got I'm gonna cut up 3 tomatoes, very thin sliced. Cut them up. I like to use Roma tomatoes, organic Romas. They're a lot more affordable than a lot of the other tomatoes, and they're very delicious. And I find I can use them for pretty much everything. So it's your choice. Use whatever kind you want, but I like these, and they have really great flavor too. And they don't, we looked at this one tomato the other day. It was like $3 for one hothouse or tomato on the vine. It was a little crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna slice up some avocado. Get the avocado all ready here. Frank, what's the time, honey? My time coordinator? How much time do I have, please?
8 minutes, 30
Oh, we've got 8 minutes. We've got plenty of time. There's no rush. So, I've already massaged my avocado, which makes it really easy for the skin to come off. And also, we dropped it. I dropped it when I moved my table on the floor, so it really separated right from the skin right then. So, I'm going to just use my hands and get the avocado out of there. And it doesn't have to be pretty because we're just going to put it in the wrap and wrap it up. And these wraps can be great. You can make pinwheels with them, or you could eat them just as a wrap. But I've definitely used them for appetizers, to have vegan appetizers at a party that I cater every year for Pacific Coast Television in Pacifica, California. And I made these wraps and I just cut them as pinwheels and they worked perfectly. So you can have them as a whole burrito or you can slice them up. Whatever you want to do, it's okay. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add the pasta salad there. Get all that goodness out of there. And we're going to, my hands are clean, so I'm going to mix it all up. And you just mix it really good. Oh, it's such a beautiful, colorful salad, and it's a great way to get all your veggies. And then you have this nice, we'll be eating this all week long, and it's, like I say, the flavors are going to get better, and you just touch it up with some more oil and vinegar as it absorbs all the liquid. Okay, so don't worry if it absorbs all the liquid, just add more, okay? Is this off? Everything off over here? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use some beautiful pink Himalayan salt, and I'm going to just give it a good couple turns of salt. Remember, don't put too much salt because you can't go back. You can always add more to it. So I like a lot of pepper though. So go ahead and add. Usually what I do is I just salt and pepper things all across the top of whatever I'm making, and usually that's a good amount and good gauge to know how much it is. But some people like more salt. I work in the restaurant business. I watch people. Some people don't even taste their food and they just add salt. It's like, really, come on. But those are the people that have to have really highly salted food because that's all they really care about is that taste. Okay, I'm using organic Italian seasoning and I'm going to crunch it up. I love doing my herbs in my hand. I'm going to do 3 good size handfuls. It looks like about 3 to 4 tablespoons, okay? And I like to crunch it up because I feel, in my mind, that releases the really great herbs instead of leaving them just sprinkling it on. I feel like it breaks it up. Okay, so now I'm going to add some delicious organic balsamic vinegar. And again, I told you you're going to have to put a lot. You're going to want to do a lot because it absorbs this. So we've got that one. Now I've got another one over here. It's great. I always tell you about my little Safeway products. This is organic balsamic vinegar of Modena. Very nice. Very, very nice and works great. Just pop the top. I love balsamic vinegar, and there's actually a lot of sugar in balsamic vinegar, so you don't have to add any sweeteners or anything. So I'm liberally adding a lot, okay? Now I'm going to add my extra virgin olive oil. Again, you don't have to add as much olive oil, okay? So I'm just going to add a lot to the top, and now I'm going to use my hands, and I'm going to toss this up. Oh, it smells so good, all those great flavors. Yummy. Smells delicious. You can smell that balsamic, the olive oil. It's delicious, and it has really
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Time Coordinator. So today is Frank and I. It is our 3rd anniversary from our very first date. And we're going to go celebrate tonight, but it's just so wonderful because we really met each other after a great time in our lives. We were both single after divorce, after being married about 28 years, and we were both single for about 10 years. And we both really learned all about ourselves and really dove deep and did the work. And so I tell you, when you get in a relationship like that, it's so much different than these relationships that have no growth, or they haven't really looked inside themselves as a personal, independent person. And so just so you know, this is the great thing about life. At any age, you can have the best relationship of your life, you can have the best career, you can still change your whole life and have all of the best things that you always wanted out of your life. So don't just think you have to settle for whatever you get. You don't. Do the work, learn to love yourself, take good care of yourself, and it will happen. So, today I am celebrating our relationship. We dated for 2 years and we moved in for 1 year, and we are going to be moving. Frank bought a house for us in Brookings, Oregon, and we are going to be moving there next month to start our own life together with a fresh start in a new house that we own, and we are going to become partners in our home. So it's so exciting. It's so important to be partners where you work together equally for your life and you're on the same path. And so I'm very excited. I'm very proud of the fact that I really, didn't have my life together for a long time, and I wanted it that way, but I got clear on you have to get clear on what it is you want first before you can make it happen. So I did the work, he did the work, and guess what? Here we are together. And talk about raising your vibration. You have to be on the same frequency. We were drawn together because we were both ready, and that's a huge thing. Okay, so now I'm taking this organic hummus, and I'm going to liberally put it onto my wrap. It doesn't have to be super thick either. What are you laughing about, Frank? Frank's over there laughing. I'm not sure about what, but you never know with him. He's always up to stuff. Okay, so we're going to put tomatoes. Going to put sliced tomatoes across it. We're going to put avocado across it.
1 minute.
1 minute to take off. Okay, and then we are going to put some super greens. And there you have it. Let's see, I have everything here? Yes. And then you're going to roll it up just like you would a burrito. These are nice and soft, so they roll really well. And you're going to just roll it very tight. Roll it like a burrito. And get a plate. Get a plate. And we're going to get some of this beautiful pasta salad. And we are going to dish this up. And I tell you, lunch is served. Look at this beautiful, beautiful wrap.
4, 3,
veggie wrap
2,
with hummus
1.
and pasta salad. Thank you so much. This is Stephanie Hare. Bye-bye. See you next week. Love you guys.